What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video, this time for the shift. And man, we're almost a week into the season. Later in the week, definitely going to do a pod, maybe touch on some observations, takeaways for, maybe a little over a week in the season, but almost a week into the season. And man, there have been a lot of young guns, a lot of these top prospects, J.J. Weatherholt, Kevin McGonigal, Carson Bench hit a home run in his first game with the Mets. Justin Crawford. There's been some incredible, first almost week or so of baseball for some of these, for the future of baseball, which is awesome. And two guys I haven't mentioned. And I mentioned a handful of the other players are Chase DeLauter and Sal Stewart, who I'm really excited about this year. And boy, in the first week, they've shown why me and a lot of other fans are excited about these guys, both winning AL and NL Players of the Week respectively. And Chase DeLauter hitting 4 homers in his first 3 games on fire. It was cooled down the last couple of games, but still pretty incredible first week. Sal Stewart has 5 walks already in about 17 plate appearances. Is hitting 667. Is 8 for 12 at the plate. Both these guys showing why they have 60 grade tools, respectively. And Chase DeLauter with the 60 grade hit and power grades, as well as Sal Stewart the 60 hit grade. And Sal Stewart's supposed to have, incredible plate discipline, and has so far in the this year, and as he's shown in the past as well at other levels of pro ball. And man, so both these guys, I think, when looking at, you don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but look, man, it's the first week or two, you're gonna get ahead of yourself a little bit, right? Mike Trout's had a monster first couple of games so far. Oh, Trout's back? I don't know about that. I don't know if Trout's back. We'd love for Trout to be back. He had a bounce back season last year, but you get it. We're gonna, overreact a little bit, but you have some fun with it, man. It's 162 games. It's what you do. You have fun with it, with Major League Baseball. So, but when I'm looking at Chase DeLauter and Sal Stewart, not just them having big rookie years, and I think that's great for baseball, and I think it's great for them. It's great for the Guardians. It's great for the Reds. But I think it's also, and I meant the Reds, Guardians, Reds fans, but I also think they could be X factors for their respective teams. On the one hand, Chase DeLauter, who's hitting the 2-hole right now for Cleveland, they're not really a team the last couple of seasons. They have a few big names in Quan and Jose Ramirez, but Cleveland, they haven't really been known for really their offense. For the most part, at least at least going back to last year and even years before that, and they've really always been known for how they developed their pitching, and especially last year, their bullpen was probably a really big reason why they were able to get to the playoffs eventually. But we're looking at the Guardians lineup, man, it's Stephen Kwan. And Kwan's not somebody who's gonna, Kwan can play a good defense and offense, but really looking at their lineup, man, it's really J-Ram and Kyle Manzardo. That's pretty much it. Those are the only guys that had OPS is above league average last year. Besides that, they didn't have any other players that had an OPS plus above 100 at all for the full season. So for DeLauter, if he's able to come in, and I'm not saying he has to lead the league in home runs and have a ginormous rookie season, but if he's able to be have a really good season, maybe hit 20 to 30 homers, give you a good OPS, give you a good on base, all that, that could be big, especially in the AL Central, where the Tigers, I think, are the favorite. The Royals are going to be a pretty good team this year. We're going to have to see what happens with Kansas City. AL Central, man, depending on if DeLauter can get going here, I think he could be a big X factor for the Guardians in this division. I'm not talking about the World Series. I'm just talking about the division. But DeLauter could be a big X factor for them. Sal Stewart, on the other hand, he's hitting cleanup right now in the Reds lineup. And I don't think the Reds lineup is necessarily bad by any means. But when you look at somebody like Elly De La Cruz, all the talent in the world, one of the most exciting players in Major League Baseball, but hasn't really put it all together yet. And that's, you know, it remains to be seen just yet, but he's young. I mean, he's been in the league a couple of years. They brought in Gino Suarez back, but he's getting a little older. Matt McClain, who had a really good rookie season, but injuries and then struggled a little bit last year. They have some other their bats in their lineup. Spencer Steer, Tyler Stevenson. They don't have necessarily a bad lineup, but it has been a bit of a. I wouldn't say that it has been. I mean, I think starting pitching is, Hunter Green's not coming back till July, but the Reds starting pitching is something that's gonna carry this team. You thought, at least for this year and for years to come. You're not really looking necessarily at the lineup, but if Sal Stewart, if he's able to carry this lineup, man, or at least help carry this lineup, again, only we can see. He did have 545 slug last year, came when he was called up in September, had a really good start, and just had a really good start this year. And man, if he's able to, have a maybe a big rookie season, that could change things for Cincinnati. They barely snuck into the playoffs last year. Again, it's kind of a similar thing with the AL Central, now with the NL Central. You have Chicago, who I think could be really good this year. Milwaukee, I really think it's still going to be between Milwaukee and Chicago that are going to compete for this division. But I don't know, man. Sal Stewart has a big rookie year. Maybe that changes things for Cincinnati to make that push towards the division, or at least just maybe to help them get back to the wild card. And then you have Pittsburgh too as well. Watch out for Pittsburgh. Had a bit of a rough, first 4 games, but got to watch out for Pittsburgh. I still think they had, one of the better off seasons in Major League Baseball. So curious what you think. Chase DeLauter, Sal Stewart. I'm excited for these guys again. Like Stewart, DeLauter, J.J. Weatherholt, Connor Griffin at some point. Hopefully soon. Hopefully it's going to be a Skeens thing where he called up after a month. Again, McGonigal. I could have done another video on McGonigal. I might do a video on McGonigal. I don't know, but definitely going to talk about him on the next pod. McGonigal, Carson Bench, Justin Crawford. These guys are exciting, and I think it's great for baseball. So I'm excited for it. Let me know what you think about DeLauter, Stewart, the chances of them making their team a lot better this year to potentially maybe compete for playoff spots and everything like that. Just your excitement for these two guys in general. So that'll do it for me. Talk to you guys soon for The Shift on YouTube.